everyone doing? Good? You had some snacks earlier, right? You should do better.
Good.
How's everyone doing?
Good.
Perfect. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Spectrum. My name is Omi. I'm one of the volunteers of Love Yourself. And believe it or not, I'll be your host tonight. We don't have a choice. And we at Love Yourself are excited to share with you how we extend our message of self-worth to more Filipinos. Later, we will be revealing 3 major projects that Love Yourself is launching this 2019 through our guest speakers, and of course later on we'll open the floor for Q&A.
8 years ago, Love Yourself was nowhere to be heard. And HIV was an issue that our society has been keeping hidden under the rug. But much has changed since day one. When my friends and I, started an organization we call Love Yourself. Today, we are going to witness the diversification and further innovations of Love Yourself's programs. From promoting correct and consistent condom use and lubricants, we are now venturing into a new HIV prevention method that would enable you to protect yourself from HIV by more than 90%. This is what we call the pre-exposure prophylaxis. As we continue to evolve, we are now no longer catering only to HIV advocacy. We are now gradually making ripples of positive change to the transgender community by providing a safe space to address trans health needs and concerns. Victoria by Love Yourself is the first ever community center for trans health in the Philippines. Late last year, the community lost 2 people very close to our hearts. They're very close friends, family actually, to some of the people in the cinema because of major depression, a clinical disorder. This strengthens our resolve to do a great leap by going out of our comfort zones, thinking of how to take care of oneself and to further look after one another. We've come up with a program that utilizes peer support to facilitate referral, recovery, wellness, and to some who are in need of mental health concerns and potentially referral, hence the fruition of the Flourish Circle by Love Yourself. These 3 new programs, including PrEP, trans health, and mental health, are just some of Love Yourself's critical projects for this year and the years to come. In 2018, we also try to share our good practices to 14 community-based organizations around the Philippines. We call this initiative the Champion Community Centers. We hope that through them, we'll be able to replicate all that we've been doing in Love Yourself for greater impacts to the community. With that, I am more than proud to welcome you all to Spectrum, the Love Yourself perspective. Please make yourself comfortable as we all witness the vision of Love Yourself come into our reality. Marami pong salamat.
So, Victoria by Love Yourself was established with a greater purpose to provide safe space to the transgender people. Also to those people who wants or interested to have their medical and psychosocial transitioning. Victoria wants to address these current challenges that we are facing right now in the Philippines, that even the World Health Organization come to observe. In the Philippines right now, some transgender people self-medicate and following self-medicate hormones, and they usually follow the guidance from their friends or the information that they see in the internet. Transgender women start hormone at a very young age through self-medication and using contraceptive pills that are available in pharmacies. Transgender people acquire knowledge, one, through the internet, and usually to their older transgender friends. What is more alarming in this situation is that there is no transgender-specific community center here in the Philippines. With this situation, some transgender people turn to unlicensed health practitioners with their transgender needs. Also, there is no clear separation of health services for transgender men and women and men who have sex with men. But now, with Victoria by Love Yourself, we are able to provide services for the transgender people. Thus, Victoria by Love Yourself is in pursuit of empowering the trans communities here in the Philippines through our clinical services and other ancillary activities. The center responds to the issues faced by the trans people by supporting programs and intervention that addresses the stigma and discrimination that we are facing right now. It also aims to provide holistic health and wellness services specially designed for us, the trans people, through our physical and mental health interventions that are appropriate, sensitive, and responsive to the needs of the trans people, Filipino trans people. Services that one can avail at Victoria are not just gender-affirming health hormone treatment, consultation, and counseling, but also free HIV screening and counseling, free HIV treatment, care, and support, sexually transmitted infection, consultation and treatment, and even HIV pre-exposure prophylaxis for all. We offer these services because we believe that Filipino transgender people and their friends, our friends, need better healthcare, equal treatment, and we deserve to have a healthcare providers that knows and understand the medical and other psychosocial concerns of the trans community. Since 2017, the center has served a total of 2,348 clients for HIV testing and a total of 818 clients for gender-affirming hormone treatment. Since 2018, the center has bridged a total of 1,004 clients for treatment and care, and almost 600 for sexually transmitted infection consultation and treatment. 26 clients have access PrEP through Victoria by Love Yourself. We are located at Torres Building 2442 Park Avenue, Pasay City. The center is open from Saturday to Wednesday from 12 noon to 8 p.m. And with the establishment of Victoria by Love Yourself, we aim to provide a gender-sensitive healthcare providers, not only in Manila, not only in Victoria by Love Yourself, but hopefully in the whole Philippines. And little by little, we hope to eradicate the stigma and discrimination we are facing right now, trans people. With that, thank you so much. Mabuhay po.
Omi, mabuhay at magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Almost 3 years ago, at this very spot, we launched something very innovative that aimed to provide another effective way for Filipinos to respond against the HIV epidemic. This is pre-exposure prophylaxis, or PrEP. This is basically a pill that you can take so that you will be protected against HIV. It has been proven safe and effective by multiple studies worldwide. And at that time, this was a new intervention. Only few people worldwide offer this exciting intervention. But we here at Love Yourself paved the way to offer this in the country to provide more options for our clients to have an overall management of health and wellness. We offered this service through a demonstration project in partnership with the government, international agencies, and other academic and private partners. This demonstration project, called Project Preppy, ran for 2 years, where we enrolled 250 participants and asked for their experiences and thoughts in taking this medication. This study has collected several insights that have better informed us on how to offer the service. These insights include, first, no PrEP-related side effects, meaning the pill was found to be safe and effective. Second, no increase in STIs or no significant increase in sexually transmitted infections during the demonstration project. And third, no seroconversions, or no one from the project participants got HIV during the course of the study. These experiences that we gathered from the study has made Love Yourself more than prepared in offering this additional option for Filipinos to protect themselves from HIV. Today, we announce the expansion of PrEP Pilipinas. And we have 2 exciting announcements for this expansion. Initially, the service has been offered in our community center in Mandaluyong City, the Love Yourself Anglo. Today, our first announcement is that it is now available to more of our community centers. Victoria by Love Yourself in Pasay City, and Love Yourself White House in Cebu City. And very soon, it will be offered in Love Yourself Welcome in Manila, and Lily by Love Yourself in Parañaque City. We are excited to say that anyone interested to access the service can come in and check if they are eligible to access PrEP. Accessing PrEP in these community centers involve 3 simple steps. First is screening. They will be screened with all the necessary tests needed to ensure that they are fit to take the medication. Second is consultation. A consultation by a doctor will be done to have a second check and ensure that they are okay with their bodies. Third is enrollment, where we will initiate the dispensing of PrEP. Once deemed qualified in the first 2 steps, we will be giving 1 bottle of PrEP. There are 2 ways on how to take it. One way is to take it daily, which is the most convenient way. The second one is to take it on demand or in times that the person needs it. Our peers and our volunteers will be discussing these options and what works for them on their visit. In order for us to prevent the spread of the HIV epidemic, we need to have this service offered. We need to have this service available for everyone who needs PrEP. Our next announcement is for those people who are interested to take PrEP but are shy to go to our community centers or are too far away to go to our community centers. We have partnered with one of the country's largest medical laboratories that offers a wide range of diagnostic services. In line with their mission and vision of providing quality diagnostic healthcare, affordable and accessible to all, High Precision Diagnostics and Love Yourself has partnered to enable a service that will make PrEP accessible to all wherever you are in the Philippines. In this service, the same 3 steps process apply. In the first step, which is screening, if someone wants to access PrEP, they need to inform us via a website expressing their interest, and then we will instruct them to go to any High Precision branch all over the Philippines. All tests will be done by High Precision, and the results will be directly sent to us. In the second step, which is consultation, a doctor will be checking one's eligibility via telemedicine. We will harness the power of technology to make this possible wherever you are in the country. The same process of our volunteers providing guidance on how to take it shall apply. In the third step, which is enrollment, we will be dispensing PrEP by delivering the drugs to your preferred address via courier. With these two new ways of expansion, we will be able to provide PrEP to more Filipinos for an additional option for them to be safe all the time. For PrEP access to the community centers, they can be enrolled for just 2,000 pesos, all in, including one PrEP bottle and the service costs. For those accessing it via High Precision, they can be enrolled for 3,000 pesos, including one bottle, service costs, and the courier and logistic costs. For follow-up visits, each bottle costs 1,500 pesos and will include service costs charged depending on which way you will access PrEP. Currently, 4,000 plus people have expressed their interest to take PrEP. And we hope that by offering PrEP to more people in the Philippines, we will be able to put an end to HIV. More than that, it is not just a pill. This is another empowerment tool for us to enjoy the life we deserve to live. We can prepare for it. We can be #PrEP to be safe. For more information, you can visit go.loveyourself.ph/preppy. Maraming salamat.
Thank you, Danvin.
How many of you have friends who have committed suicide? Oh, wow. Last year, 2 of my friends hanged themselves. Unfortunately, they were successful. It's a tough topic, but we got to talk about it. We observed the following trends in the world and in the Philippines. A rising case of depression and anxiety, increased suicidality, and on top of this, costly and limited interventions available, chronic stressors, stigma and lack of awareness, and underutilized community support. Let me talk about this in a bit more detail. Over 300 million people worldwide suffer from depression. In the Philippines, as of 2018, over 3.3 million have to deal with some sort of depressive disorder, while around 3.1 million go through some form of anxiety disorder. Globally, about 800,000, more than 800,000 people commit suicide every year. In the Philippines, more than 3,000 commit suicide every year, with men twice as many cases as women. Resources of the government have not really found its way yet in helping curb this rapidly growing concern. And even if you had the money, there are very few professionals practice this area. A friend of mine once told me it took about 2 months for him to get a schedule for his psychiatrist. With all the technology around us, turns out our connection, social media, hyperconnectivity has a downside. It's an irony that as it becomes easier and easier to connect to more and more people, relationships break down and become trigger or aggravating factors for mental health disorders. We also observe that more people feel insecure and hopeless. In the VUCA world and in the speed of change at work and life in general, they have brought many of us feeling anxious and sick. In the Philippines, our culture of saving face contribute to creating that stigma surrounding mental health, even on health-seeking behaviors that could help otherwise people suffering from anxiety and depression. Given all these, there is a clear and palpable call for help, and we will respond. And respond with the very best that we have in Love Yourself. Our passionate volunteers, lessons learned from past programs, and expert partners. Today, we are introducing Flourish Circle, which is a community-driven service that leverages trained volunteers to provide a safe and affirming space for the healing of people who experience anxiety, depression, and suicidal thoughts. In putting together the Flourish Circle program, with the